Hello. This is a movie review of the film Jurassic Park from 1993. I will be doing a review of all of the Jurassic Park movies up until, from this one to Jurassic Park 3 all the way to Dominion. And, it'll be a very bumpy ride. We'll be up high, and then go way down, and then go up high, go back a bit higher again, and then go down even lower than we were before. But, let's talk about what started this franchise. Jurassic Park. What can I say that hasn't been said a million times on the internet or anywhere already? This movie is a classic, and always will be, till the end of time. And, yeah, this movie is amazing. It has a great cast, has great score, great special effects. Just, honestly, everything's great all around. Now, let's talk about those strengths, one by one. The characters. Every character is written very well. The characters are they're written very well. The characters, they're all compelling. They all have great chemistry with one another. The casting for each character is great. Like, you couldn't imagine a world where Sam Neill doesn't play Alan Grant, or a world where Jeff Goldblum isn't Ian Malcolm, because simply, that'd be quite a preposterous world, and it wouldn't be the same without those actors bringing those roles to life. And yeah, that's the characters. Casting is great, writing is great, everything's good. Special effects. The special effects are really fantastic. I think this movie exemplifies how you should use CGI, unlike every movie, because, every movie nowadays just uses CGI for everything. Because it's a little bit easier, I think. I mean, maybe a bit less expensive. But, it's not like, I'm not saying that CGI animation is hard. It's just lazier than practical. But it's not easy. It's definitely hard. The animatronics in this movie, the T-Rex animatronic, the Brachiosaurus animatronic, the Triceratops animatronic, all of them are just fantastic. Stan Winston did a fantastic job with these. They are really lifelike and feel like real animals. And, they feel like real animals. They're real lifelike. And the CGI is mixed in there very well. Like in the T-Rex breakout scene, you can tell when it's CGI and not an animatronic, but still, it's blended together wonderfully. This movie is directed very well by Steven Spielberg. So special effects are good. It was very stunning for the time, and most of it still holds up to this day, except for a few shots. Like, some of the Gallimimus shots in the Gallimimus run scene are a bit iffy. In the one Brachiosaurus shot where he's going back and he sneezes, that looks a little bit dated. But and sometimes when the T-Rex is CGI, it's like, that looked better today. But it still looks great. The movie looks fantastic. It is fantastic. Everything about this movie is great. So anyway, what else? The score by John Williams is great. Without it, I don't think this movie would be as good as it is. There is no Jurassic Park without that iconic theme playing when John Hammond welcomes them to Jurassic Park. There just is none. Or when they go to the island, there is no, it wouldn't be the same if, I bring the scientists, you bring the rock star, and then, they look out the window and there it is, and then it reveals the island. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, it's fantastic. Music is fantastic, and whenever the score needs to be tense and make the suspense even greater, it is. It's like, the raptor theme is terrifying. But also some scenes work without the score. Like the T-Rex breakout scene has no score at all, and you don't notice until some music plays again in the tree. And you're like, wait a minute, it's been like 15 minutes since the music has played. What the hell? Because you're so in the world now. Yeah, you're so invested. Okay, now of course I can't talk about Jurassic Park without talking about the dinosaurs. There are 7 unique species of dinosaurs in this movie in total, and that's actually a very good amount. It's kind of the best amount, honestly, because it's not a nauseating amount. It's not, like, too little to where, you don't feel like there's quite a bit of variety between each one, too, because, like, each different dinosaur is very unique from one another. Like, the velociraptors are small, quick, and smart. The T-Rex is big, gigantic, and scary. The Brachiosaurus is elegant, big, and has a long neck. The Parasaurolophus is also elegant, but a lot smaller, and you only see them far away, but still. The Gallimimus are kind of jittery, ostrich-like creatures, and Dilophosaurus, he has the spread thing. So, the Triceratops has got those horns. Everything's very unique. Everything is. The dinosaurs are great, and they all look great too. That first scene where you see the Brachiosaurus is fantastic, where that iconic John Williams score starts to play again, and it's just fantastic, because, it's playing again, and you see the Brachiosaurus, it's a dinosaur, and then, the Welcome to Jurassic Park, you see the Brachiosaurus is in the water, they're walking, and then, yeah, and then, the score plays, they're moving in herds. They do move in herds, proving the common theory. And then, yeah, that's Jurassic Park. The story is also fantastic, and honestly, it could have worked very well as a standalone film, but, it made shit tons of money in the movie industry. When it makes tons of money, that means a sequel's happening, baby. And sequels did happen. Are they good? Some of them are okay. Some of them are good. Some of them are really, really bad. But yeah, it sparked a franchise that is pretty decent overall, but this original, no matter how bad, no matter how diminishing each return is, it's very iconic. It's classic. It's still great. I mean, no matter how bad each sequel is, no matter how bad Dominion was, this movie still stands on its own as a enduring classic that will stand the test of time and last forever, hopefully. Because that's what it is. This movie is great. It's fantastic. Oh, yeah, and another thing about the movie that's great. The pacing is, like, perfect. There are no scenes where you're like, okay, they're just padding the runtime at this point. There's no scenes where you're like, yeah, I think I would delete that, or I think I would, I don't know if that should have been included. I think, no, everything has its purpose, should be there, is meant to be there very purposefully, and, yeah, it doesn't feel like anything, it doesn't feel like too much, doesn't feel like, that there's, it just doesn't feel like that, because that's not how it feels. It feels like everything is perfect in this movie. And it practically is a perfect movie. Now, there are no perfect movies. There are flaws, like in the T-Rex breakout scene when the cliff suddenly appears. But come on, you don't notice that when you first watch it. You only notice it like on your second or third time. You're like, wait, that's a little off. And yeah, there are explanations for it. T-Rex was standing right next to the moat and comes out on the land side. But honestly, there is no real explanation. It is just kind of a movie mistake. But honestly, I don't know if it was really a mistake, because I'm pretty sure it was intentionally done But, it's like, well, you're not going to notice, and you don't until, like, your second or third viewing. And then, there's so many great scenes of suspense, dread, and just horror. This is, like, the last Jurassic Park movie, except for maybe The Lost World, that actually leans into that horror-esque vibe. Where, I can actually say, yeah, this is a horror movie for more than one scene, unlike Jurassic World. Yeah. So, because, Jurassic World movies these days, they just have, like, one scary scene per movie. But Jurassic Park, it has so many great scenes. The opening scene, the first Brachiosaurus scene, the Triceratops scene, the Velociraptor hatching scene, the Velociraptor feeding scene, the Velociraptor kitchen scene, the T-Rex breakout scene, the T-Rex chase scene with the "Gotta Go Faster." Fun fact, by the way, that line became so iconic that Jeff Goldblum said it in another movie, Independence Day, just like 5 years later. So yeah, he says it twice in two different franchises or movies, because Independence Day 2 does not exist. Yeah, so, yeah, the T-Rex chase scene, the final climax scene, from the you can't hold it by yourself, where they're trying to get the guns scene and trying to lock the doors, to the scene on the bones where everything's falling apart, and, they're surrounded by raptors, and, the T-Rex comes out of nowhere, and, like, it's just, the Jurassic Park theme plays, and he kills the raptors, and of course, we got the final scene, of course, where they, are flying away from the island, and, we got that very sentimental Jurassic Park version where, it's like, I'm trying to think. Yeah, where something happens, I don't know. Where, yeah, they look out the window, and, it's all peaceful, and they look out the window and see some pelicans out there, and, like, everything's nice. Everything is hunky-dory in Jurassic Park. And, you know what, they decide, maybe Jurassic Park isn't such a good idea, maybe we learned our lesson, let's never go to these islands again. They never go to the islands again, and they just, let the dinosaurs live in there forever, and they never go back. They never go back. Yeah. Let's see, what would I rank this movie? It's a 10 out of 10. It is a fantastic movie. 5 stars. 10 out of 10, 5 stars. 98% in Rotten Tomatoes, I would say. Well, actually, I'm kind of curious what it is on Rotten Tomatoes, but who gives a shit about Rotten Tomatoes, am I right? Critics are obsolete at this point. It's the audience you should trust, because the critics they're unreliable. And the audience, because you're part of the audience, so, you're just an average moviegoer, most likely, so you are looking probably for the same things that other people are looking for in a movie. Entertainment, good writing, compelling story that you can attach to, you're looking for the exact same stuff. So, yeah. So, that's my thoughts on, Jurassic Park. Now we will go down this road of the Jurassic Parks franchise and dig through the fantastic, the good movies, and also the really big piles of shit. We'll be trudging through a lot of that. There will be a lot of big piles in this series. And we're going to have to get ready for that. Well, this is your host, Bronson Wimmer, and this was my review for Jurassic Park. And I will see you later.